All right, thank you, Jason. Well, a classy night of timeless classics. That's what you'll get in a show coming to the Smith Center. And it's right in the name, The Classics with Class. Here to tell us all about it are singer Elisa Fiorillo and pianist Philip Fortenberry. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so Elisa, you were just telling me that you have sung Italian opera at a very fancy place.
Oh, Macaroni Grill. When I was a waitress, singing waitress.
Oh my gosh, that must have been was that your first rodeo into singing?
No. Actually, it was had the career, worked with Prince, all that, and then ended up kind of things changed, and I ended up having a waitress, which happens in music sometimes. And I actually got on the table and I sang Tante Agoreate to the huge table of people, and they recognized me.
No way.
That was so embarrassing. I'm like, how did this happen?
Oh my
I had a record deal. These people knew about it, and I'm singing at the Macaroni Grill. This is not good.
Wow, what a story. Oh my God.
You know what? An artist, right?
That just no, seriously. That is like something that we don't really ever get to get into, is, because we always talk about the highlight reels. But I mean, but this is what you guys are doing at the Smith Center. This is one of those highlights.
Yes.
Talk about the show, The Classics with Class, and what we can expect there.
Go ahead.
So growing up, all I wanted to do was watch old movies. Shirley Temple, Judy Garland, The Sound of Music was my favorite. So as I said, I had the record deal, and they didn't let me do a record like that. So now I'm finally getting to do what I love with this amazing man who is so talented on the piano, just incredible.
Stop.
Yeah, keep on coming. But yeah, so it's just a beautiful show from beginning to end. Like, we've done like video for the show, and like we've got some great guests that are coming on. They're surprised.
So exciting. And so tell us about how you two first met and how long you've been collaborating.
I don't know how many years it's
maybe
been,
a couple,
really.
like
Just a couple of years, 2 or 3 years is all. I first saw Elisa.
My name. Sorry.
Elisa and Elisa.
I know.
We're both in blue.
I know. We're basically
Who
twins.
am I playing for, actually?
Not me.
No, I first met or saw Elisa present original music at the Composers Showcase of Las Vegas at Myron's, actually, and she presented in such a way and performed her music, and it was like one of those dream voices that I hope in my life I get to work with an artist of that caliber. And I guess you heard me play or something for someone.
Did I?
And then we looked for each other in the audience after it was all over, and said, we have to get together.
We have to work together.
Wow.
And so, one thing led to another, and eventually we had an opportunity to actually collaborate on something, and then we decided to build this entire show.
I love that you were both individually fans of each other before you linked up and got to do this. That's so exciting. Okay, let's talk about your previous lives. You've worked with Prince, as you mentioned, Josh Groban, Savage Garden. What was it like to work with them?
Oh my gosh. Well, every single one of them was an amazing experience. Prince was an incredible teacher. He's so missed. And Josh Groban just happened, actually. We just did his tour here while he was in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I was in the choir, and that was amazing. And then Savage Garden, that was a huge tour. I was on the road for about 2 years and did the Sydney Olympics with them. And it was an incredible experience. But as I said, it was always music that I wasn't really like loving. Like, it wasn't my music. So that's why this is such a great show.
This is exciting. And what about you, Philip? Because you've been, your notes said you've been performing on the piano over 60 years, which I guess since birth you've been playing the piano, maybe in the womb.
Pretty much, yes.
You've been awarded the Best Musician on Broadway. I want you to take us back to your very first recital.
Oh my
gosh. Did you ever think that this would be?
I grew up, I started playing when I was 4 years old. I'm originally from a little rural community in South Mississippi. And so, my aunt was my first piano teacher, and my first recital, 7 years old, I I think coming from a place like that, I really did not even know how to dream what life could ultimately be, you know, but opportunity presented itself, bizarre opportunities along the way, from Biloxi moving, working with a theater company randomly as their piano player, moving to New York City where I lived for 25 years.
And now performing at the Smith Center, August 20th. Tickets are on sale now for Classics with Class. Thank you both so much for joining us. I wish we had like a lot more time to chat about this, because this is going to be so much fun. You can get your tickets at thesmithcenter.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning.